Hey guys, and welcome back to Tomi's World. You already know it's your girl Tomi, and I am back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys my sugar daddy dating story, because you guys seem to be loving the story times, and I like to give you guys whatever you want, as long as it's within reason. So this is going to be our little secret. So please don't go out telling everybody my business, okay guys? Because this was my first time ever having a sugar daddy. Wait, me saying first time ever makes it seem like I've been having sugar daddies after that, and that is not a true fact. I've been meeting a lot of scammers, to be honest, on like Instagram, Bumble, Kick, like wherever the scamming sugar daddies are, they find me. Why? I'm not even looking for a sugar daddy and they find me. That's what happened in this story actually. Let us get into the story. So this story happened when I was back in college. Like, anytime you hear about sugar daddy dating, it's to get that college education. Well, mostly. But they know who to prey on, and these college students are normally the most vulnerable. So of course this story happened when I was in college. Before I actually tell you guys like the entire story, I want to explain my age. You need to know that to understand the story. That's the only reason I'm telling you. So right now I am 22. I went to college when I was 16, and this is because in Jamaica it's not mandatory to do grades 12 and 13 unless you need it as a prerequisite for the college that you will be going to. And since I was going to teachers college, I did not need it. So I went to college when I was 16. So I guess we have to start from the beginning, how we met. As I said, I was going to college at the time, and I was 17 years old because I was in my second year of college, and I was working at this very high profile place where all the people who were rich and famous, that was their playground. I even have a story about how me and Usain Bolt's girlfriend kind of kicked it off once, but that's a story for another time. Just know that anyone who was anyone came to my workplace to do business, which is funny because we were only getting paid like $3 US or 300 Jamaican dollars an hour. So yeah, keep that in mind as well, because honey, that is one of the big reasons why we need a sugar daddy in the first place. I was definitely more of a good girl. I was always saying I want a clean degree, so I prefer to work hard for it, take student loans and stuff. Clown. But when the opportunity presents itself, you gotta take it. Like, that is in the Bible. So I was working as a cashier in this very high profile place, and I saw many people who would come. Sometimes they would leave us little tips like 500 Jamaican dollars or $5. The highest tip that I've ever gotten before this sugar daddy was 1,000 Jamaican dollars, or like 10 US dollars, roughly translated. So he comes to this place all the time, but he never comes to the area where I sell drinks and stuff. He always sends someone else to come and pick stuff up, which I never had a problem with. Now the other girls who were working in the area, I think they were dating high profile men as well, but I never saw myself doing it because I am very average. Like, I am the most average person you'll ever meet. My grades are average, my looks are average, everything about me just screams average. And I'm totally okay with that. I don't have any problem being average, you know, right in the middle there. That's my sweet spot. So this one day he just walks up to the commissary. He doesn't say anything. He just hands me a 5,000 Jamaican dollar note, asks for a Gatorade, which is $250, and he takes the Gatorade, says keep the change, and walks away. Now I'm looking at this guy like, what the hell just happened? Because this has never happened to me before. And we were in college, guys. You have to understand. Yes, I'm gonna be justifying my actions all throughout this video, but I was in college. At that time, that meant if he took the drink and I was supposed to keep the change, I was gonna have 4,750 Jamaican dollars, or 47 US dollars, which at the time felt like a lot of money because I had work that needs to be printed. I was thinking how I was going to buy myself some KFC. I was thinking how I was going to go to Halfway Tree, buy a pack of bonbon and some digestive and sell those and double that money. I had so many plans for this money. I wasn't even thinking about like, why would this guy leave so much money? Because if we're being 100% honest, I was just a little bit naive about the whole thing. Anyway, he leaves the change and walks away, and I'm there just thinking about all the stuff that I'm gonna be doing with this money because, honey. Then I realize all night that he is eyeing me. No matter where he goes, he's eyeing me, and I'm a crazy person. I didn't care that I was working in a place that everyone was high profile. They had a music box right by my office. I was in charge of like selecting the music, like I was a little DJ, and I would always be standing outside the commissary and just dancing around. I wasn't like being a stripper or anything. I was just doing my own little thing, and I was realizing that he was eyeing me all night. So, you know, I started to like play around with my hair and stuff because I'm like, if he's gonna give me this money so easily and not even have a second thought about it, then there must be more where that came from. Of course there always is. At the end of the night, everyone starts to clear out, and we used to work like really long shifts. I would work like a 6-hour shift for $3 an hour basically. For the 6 hours that I would work, I would make like $1,800 for all that time, and this guy just gave me $4,750 in like a couple minutes. You understand? So anyway, everyone cleared out when the night ended. We were getting ready to close down, so I was supposed to check the till and stuff, but I realized that he didn't leave. He was hanging around, so I was wondering if he was like waiting for his money back, because that was not gonna happen. I mean, if you're gonna be hype in front of your friends, keep that same energy, baby, because you're not getting this money back. So what are you gonna do? He was gonna have to fight me to get it. I finished checking the till. My boss comes around, takes it back to the front office or wherever he takes it, I don't know, and I'm getting ready to leave, just putting my bag on and stuff, but I'm taking my time fixing my hair, touching up my makeup, which like I really wasn't wearing that much, but I was just waiting to see if he wanted to talk to me because he was hanging back with his crew. So once I exit the commissary, he comes up to me and he's like,
I have been looking at you for a while, and I realized that you're just really low-key, you're a really nice girl, you're pretty cute, and I would love to get to know you more.
Mind you, I was not like super impressed by his looks because he had a head that looked like Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. This was his head. So girl, I was not impressed by him at all, like looks wise. I'm not a person who is into people for their money. I always believe that I'm super independent, so no matter what I have, I always make it work for myself. I don't care. But I don't know, it was just something about the thrill of knowing that someone could provide for you and I wouldn't have to do it for myself, because I've always been such a strong person, and just the thought of someone taking over that, it was just really nice for the moment. So he was complimenting me, telling me all these things, and I'm just there staring at his head because like, if you have, I don't know why I was staring at this guy's head, but I couldn't stop. Once he finished speaking, he asked if we could exchange numbers, and I don't know, I felt like the money that he gave me before kind of bullied me into doing it, because I'm like, he's gonna think like I just gave her this money and she said no. Also, I kind of wanted to, because I felt like I deserved a sugar daddy. Okay, it was either that or I would start my stripping career. So judge me, go ahead, whatever. I give him my number and I go back to campus. When I left work, it was like 12 p.m. and as soon as I get onto campus and into my room, I hear my phone ding. It's a message from him. And I should tell you guys that yes, I did have a boyfriend at that time, but my boyfriend was poor, I was poor, and if we could get some support for reporters, then God just would understand that I would get myself in this little entanglement, okay?
An entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement.
Anyway, he messages me and he was like, I hope you have a good night's rest and message me when you wake up in the morning. I really want to talk to you, blah blah blah. So I go to sleep and I'm feeling happy. Once I get up in the morning, I'm so excited and I'm like, I'm about to text him. But I was rooming with my best friend, so I was giving her the drama before I even went to bed. I'm like, when I get money, it's our money, it's not just my money, you know? Anyway, when I was about to text him, she grabbed the phone from me and she's like, girl, what are you doing? Don't text someone at 6 a.m., you know? That's not good. But I didn't have any game, okay? So I needed her help. So I'm there all morning trying not to text him, and right before I go to class, I message him and I'm like, hey, what's up? You told me to message you and stuff, so what's good? He doesn't waste any time. He just goes for the punch, like, hi, I just really like how you look. As I told you before, you look like a really nice and low-key girl and I would love to get to know you some more. And of course it would be in the capacity of like a mentor, because I know that I'm much older than you and I would love to help you provide for college and whatever else you need, like groceries and stuff, because I know that college life can be expensive. Period! Listen, he was speaking my love language. Money! Honey! So I messaged him back and tell him that I needed to go to class, but I would talk to him later because education first, honey. Trust me. When these boys run around your mind and disappear, you'll still have your education. So he really respected me for saying that, and he's like, just message him in the evening when I leave school, which I felt really good about because I'm like, you know what? Probably this is what I needed in my life all this time. A nice old man to take care of me, honey. Anyway, once school was done that day, I messaged him, and this is like where everything starts to get super weird. Okay, I messaged him and I'm like, so just tell me more about yourself. First, he asked me my age. I told him that I was 20, I'm not gonna lie, and at the time I was 17, but I was not gonna let this just slip through my fingers. No. Oh my god, I know that it's wrong, guys, and as I told you, this is our little secret, okay? Anyway, he goes ahead and tells me that he has 2 daughters. One of them is 23 and the other is 28. His daughters are like way older than me, way older. I start to feel super weird. I'm like, can I actually do this? After he tells me about his daughters, I start to question myself, and I'm talking to my bestie. I'm like, girl, what are we gonna do? This is weird. She's like, do you want money or do you not want money? What's weird? Getting money is weird? So, you know, she's hyping me up and I'm like, yo, you know what? You're right, you're right. I'm gonna do this because it needs to be done. And if I don't do it, probably someone else would. So he asked me if his daughters being older than me was going to be a problem. I'm like, no, that's okay. You know, I just want to be your nice friend who you can talk to about anything. And I'm really mature for my age and stuff. I'm selling myself, honey. Anyway, this relationship did not last long because that same day he was messaging me, he told me that he did have a wife.
Why you do it, John Croft?
Now, I knew that I wanted to get into an entanglement.
An entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement.
But not that entangled. Like, even in the Bible, that is wrong. And I'm not gonna be a homewrecker, okay? So he did tell me that he had a wife, and I was like, that's something that I don't want to get into. And he was like, don't worry about it, because that's why he chose me, because even though he has a wife, he just wants someone who's really low-key. No. And he's going to New York this weekend, so all I have to do is just send him my passport information, and he let his secretary book me a ticket. This guy, doesn't this sound like human trafficking? I just met you and I'm just gonna take myself up and go to New York with you. I've never even been overseas at this point, okay? So I'm like, why would I go overseas with you? Bro, these people are like moving super fast. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of thinking about it because I've never been to foreign. I've never been overseas and I really wanted to go. But did I want to go with Patrick?
That now go happen. That will never happen. You will never live to see that happen.
And the answer to that was definitely no. So I started to tell him that I really preferred if we got to know each other better first. And he was getting super angry, like he doesn't want to be around Jamaica because he doesn't want to run into any of his friends or co-workers around the place. So he prefers if I just come with him to New York. I'm like, I thought this sugar daddy thing was gonna be easier. I'm just here for the money and to rub your little Patrick shaped head, give you some attention and stuff. But if it's gonna be all of this, I have to be fighting with you, telling you I'm not going to New York, then I didn't sign up for all of this. And then he told me his age and he was older than my father. I'm not going to New York with you, sir. What am I? First of all, I was 17. I couldn't even travel legally. After I told him that I'm not going to New York with him, he never messaged me back. I don't know if I lost an opportunity or if I saved my life, but trust me, this sugar daddy thing, I don't think I was one of those people who were cut out for it. Some people can do it, some people can't. I'm one of those people who just can't do it. I don't know. Some people get lucky, find the love of their life, and is an old person who already made it in life and can take care of them, but not me. Not me and Patrick, guys. Not me and Patrick. Anyway, guys, that is the story of my first ever sugar daddy. I'm not even sure he was a sugar daddy. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!